For the first time ever, we have solid proof that Volkswagen's Chattanooga plant is on its way to unionizing. Good evening. I'm Calvin Sneed.
I'm Kim Chapman. A majority of workers at the plant have signed cards favoring union representation. This is according to a top United Auto Workers official. News Channel 9's Natalie Janoreski is here to explain what those cards mean. Natalie.
Kim, Calvin, good evening. We're told those cards are as legally binding as an election by the employees at the plant. While workers have the final say, those opposed to this specific unionization effort are making sure their voices are being heard loud and clear. The president of the Chattanooga Area Chamber of Commerce, Ron Harr, says while there is value in employee representation and they are supportive of the concept of a works council for Volkswagen, that's not the issue here.
What we're saying is we don't believe that the United Auto Workers is the right third party to be involved in that. They don't have experience with that European form of representation.
Harr also added that the UAW has the power to run off other companies the chamber is now trying to lure here.
We are working with a number of auto manufacturers, suppliers today who have said to us very plainly, we don't want to be within 100 miles of the United Auto Workers. If they organize the Volkswagen plant, we're not coming to Chattanooga.
But the possibility of losing out on businesses that could stimulate our local economy is not worrying to Perrin Lance, the executive director of Chattanooga Organized for Action.
What worries me is people working hard, working many, many hours, working wages that don't keep up with today's standards, that don't keep up with today's prices of the things that you need to live. That's what worries me. What Chattanooga needs is we need more things like this.
Meanwhile, Lance says he knows firsthand that employees want to unionize. With multiple friends hard at work inside the walls of VW, he's outside fighting for their higher standard of living.
They've been behind this since the word go. They're excited for the union. They're ready for this to happen. They're excited for what this means, not just for them, but they're excited about what this means for Chattanooga.
Now, those aren't the only voices weighing in on this debate. Late this afternoon, and for the first time, Chattanooga Mayor Andy Burke weighed in on the issue, and here's what he had to say.
My job as mayor is simply to be the best partner I can to Volkswagen. I know that they are going through issues right now where they're talking with their employees, and whatever the end of that process is, that's between Volkswagen and its employees. I'm still going to be supporting Volkswagen at the end of it, no matter what the outcome is.
And now it's also important to note that Volkswagen has dealt with unions at its other plants around the world, and at the same time, the city of Chattanooga has a long history of having no unions ever. Depend on us to keep you posted on this historic development for the city's industry. Calvin.
Thanks, Natalie. Meanwhile, Tennessee State Representative Mike Turner has come out in favor of VW's unionization, but he believes the decision is being swayed by Tennessee Governor Bill Haslam. That's why he filed an open records request for all correspondence between Haslam's office and the automaker regarding unionization efforts. Representative Turner says he's heard from multiple sources that the government has been involved in the private sector, possibly even threatening VW if they choose to unionize.
I've heard there's even threats of retaliation against them. So, and I don't know if that's true or not, but I'd like to find out. And if it's not true, like I said, I think the people in Tennessee have a right to know.
We'll focus on exercising.
Governor Haslam's spokesperson told us today that they are working to fulfill the lawmaker's open records request.